This is Danny Flexen for Seconds Out, here with light heavyweight Anthony Yarde. How you doing today, Anthony?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Just watched you work out, a bit of sparring. We were talking to your trainer about it earlier. You had some sparring with Buglioni, obviously fast rising prospect, makes his debut soon, a lot lighter than you, quite fast. And then you were also sparring with a white collar kind of guy, a lot heavier than you, strong guy, come forward. What's the value of having these kind of very different sparring partners?
Just styles and adapting. You know, you get different opponents, and different people bring. You know, some people bring a different awkwardness. As you said, there's a white collar fighter. He's not only a white collar fighter as well. When he was a sparring partner for some world champions a while ago. But even still, it's good for me. I'll try not to hit too hard. Try to work on skills, and you saw me on the inside, working on the inside and things like that. But it's always a benefit to have different styles, people that bring different things. So as you said, Buglioni is very quick. So it's good for me to not really hit him too much and use defence. And with the bigger guy, it's good for me to try and work around him instead of trying to stand and engage.
And we watched you for a good half an hour. The smile never seemed to leave your face. Lots of banter, lots of jokes, bit of singing and dancing we saw as well. What's the secret behind you being so happy in this gym?
Just me. That's just literally always been my personality. And I feel that sometimes you find happiness when you're doing something that you enjoy. Some people, they have 9 to 5 jobs because they have to. Like me, when I can relate because I've done both sides. When I had a 9 to 5 job, I was always miserable. You know,
what was that job?
I had a few jobs. When I left school, I didn't go to college. I went to do labouring because I just wanted money. I done labouring in Chelsea. I was earning decent money, cash in hand. Only done it for like 3 weeks. But again, at the age of 16, you think you're rich. And then got involved in some things I shouldn't have. And then after that period passed, I decided to go back, trying to get back into work. I've done a course doing personal training. Done that for around 6 months. And again, when you're a young kid trying to get clients, it's hard. And I think I was 18 at the time. And then that's around the times I started going back into boxing. But at the same time, I needed money. So I was applying for jobs. I got a job working for a company called H-Boss at the time, who gave out loans for mortgages, and I was doing what was the job title? I was a collection specialist. So when people fall in arrears and things like that, you put in arrangements for them and try and get them back on track. So I've been around the field in work, but again, when I was working in them places, I was just unhappy. Like I wanted to do something with my life where I was enjoying it. I always loved sports, so I wanted to be either a football player at the time. And then when I found boxing, it's like, this was meant for me.
It's hard to imagine you in an office job, having seen you in the ring, dancing around, bursting out the Michael Jackson high-pitched notes and everything. Yeah, we'd like to see some example of that on camera at some point, but yeah? You feel like doing it, bursting out into song? No? Okay.
It has to be natural.
Let's talk about your last fight, Tony Averlant, another impressive performance. Have you watched it back, and if so, how do you analyse it now?
Do you know what? I haven't watched back the full fight yet. I've seen the clips. I feel like I was happy with the performance, and I wasn't. I try not to compare myself to anyone else. And what people always tell me was, well, oh yeah, but that person fought someone with a similar style and they didn't stop him. You know, they struggled, and that guy makes a lot of people. The guy I fought last makes a lot of people look. You know, it shows your levels because a lot of people, no one really stops him. He always goes the distance, and he makes it hard for people because he's one of them awkward people. He's on the back foot and he throws odd punches and on the back foot again. But I just took my time. I knew later rounds. I said to myself at different stages, I said, in the beginning I said, it might be a first round knockout. And then I said, okay, it might be a fourth round knockout. And when I got to the fourth round, I said, I'm going to go to the 9th. I'm going to break him down slowly. And then after the 7th, he didn't come out, which was, when I dropped him, I was even going, get up. Because, when you're fighting, you forget the cameras are there, you forget anyone's there. So I was like, get up, get up, get up. Because, you want to work on more things. He was the kind of opponent that I could work on things with. So yeah, but it's all learning progress.
There's a big fight in your division domestically next week with Frank Buglioni against Callum Johnson. Is that something you thought about, and do you have a winner in that fight? Do you see how it might go?
I don't really care who wins. That whole... Sometimes the domestic scene can just be nonsense. Because if someone don't agree to fight you, there's nothing you can do about it. Especially when they're on camera all the time saying nonsense. When what it comes down to in boxing is contracts, whatever bids, whatever they call it. But it's business. You know, you make arrangements and you come to some sort of conclusion and you make a fight happen. But then when someone's not willing to engage in any sort of negotiation or anything like that, and they're just talking on camera, you can't really make a fight. I grew up in the central of East London, and where I went to school and how I've always been as an individual, talking don't get you nowhere. Sooner or later you get found out for talking. And yes, there's entertainment, but entertainment comes from me when you've agreed to fight. So if you agree to fight and then you're on the world stage and you know you need to be entertained, it's like WWE. Entertainment sells. I like to be entertained. When I'm watching a build up for a fight, I like to see entertainment. But that's when the fight's already made. You don't really see other fighters, you know, out here bad mouthing each other. They might say, "Oh, I want to fight that guy" because they want to reach a certain spot. That's the respect of having respect for other boxers. If you're not gonna fight, keep my name out your mouth. If we're gonna fight, then we can make entertainment once we agree to fight. But no one's agreeing. They're not agreeing to fight me.
From what we've seen, and again, this could be just chatter on Twitter and social media and so on, your promoters made an offer that they haven't wanted to take up. On the flip side, there was a final eliminator put in place, which you guys didn't want to take up. Was that because you felt you were beyond that and you should be challenging for the British title without an eliminator?
Well, there's quite a bit of size to it. And if you look at the logic behind it, right now, I'm number 2 with the WBO in the world. I'm ranked number 1 by BoxRec in England, and I'm number 14 amongst all the governing bodies in the world at light heavyweight. That's because I've carried on with my progression. You know, when you stop and start focusing on other people, you hinder your progress. And I'm all about progressing in the sport. I had 12 amateur fights. I'm on my own journey. So if a fight at the time presented itself, and that was Frank Buglioni, a fight that makes sense, everyone was talking about it. Frank Buglioni bit back to the fans that were putting the pressure and mentioned my name. So we tried to make a fight with Frank Buglioni before, in the quiet. He turned it down. And then the fans got onto him. I see it all over Twitter, because when people tag each other, you see it. Sometimes you see it. I'm not always on Twitter, but you see some things. And I saw people keep atting him and atting me, saying, "Fight Anthony Yarde, you're running from Anthony Yarde." So he's put up a post of me saying, "After I beat Ricky Summers, I'll fight Anthony Yarde. I have no problem taking another undefeated record." That was his words. I was in Miami at the time. I said, "Okay." Tony was like, "Have you seen this?" I was like, "Raw, this come out of nowhere," because we tried to fight him before. It's been a long time since that happened. We still haven't fought. And I'll hands down, that's not because of me. And then what he's done is he tried to fob me off to other people. He fought Jose Burton and knocked out Jose Burton. I didn't see the fight, but the result was he knocked out Jose Burton and took the British title. Why am I fighting someone you just knocked out? And then to get in line to fight you, you've called me out. I didn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna fight for the British title. Whoever's got the British title, I want it." Blah blah blah. I'm on my journey. He intervened and said, "I want to fight Anthony Yarde because everyone's talking about it." I said, "Okay, that is a fight everyone's talking about." Before this, no one was talking about me fighting Jose Burton. It's not a fight that everyone was asking for. The British title's in the line. I've got two titles that put you in the top 10 rankings. And again, it makes sense.